Johnny Waslin casts an eye back to the gates. They're off now. He hit the button and he let them go. And Massimo missed the kick, but ACROMANTULA sprung the gates very quickly. And likewise, Red Can Man. Up there as well as Mood Swings through the first 200. And then Baby Paris, who occupies fourth place early. Massimo pushing through inside Excellent Dream. Beads is back with Riverbow, the tail ender, Go Forward. At the 600 here, they race past that distance marker here in the Rock Magic, and ACROMANTULA draws a length and a half. Red Can Man being heeled up with Mood Swings on the inside. Yeah, they start to string right out. Baby Paris is fourth, back near the inside. Massimo locked up, nowhere to go on the inside of Excellent Dreamers. ACROMANTULA breaks away at the 250. It's ACROMANTULA in full flight. It led 2.5 to Red Can Man, followed by Baby Paris and Massimo. 100 left to run though, and it's ACROMANTULA clear. Red Can Man can't get to ACROMANTULA, and he's much too brilliant over the short course. ACROMANTULA won the Rock Magic from Red Can Man. Baby Paris picked up third from Mood Swings. Behind those next of all then was Go Forward. Massimo, followed by Excellent Dream. Back there in the field as well when they'd pulled up behind them is Beads, and amongst the last in Riverbow. A treble for Chris Parnham. ACROMANTULA, too sharp, has put them away here in the Rock Magic Stakes. The Written Tycoon, 5-year-old ACROMANTULA, sprung the gates from barrier one. He left really effectively this afternoon, just tending to mix it up a little, but today out of the gates absolutely like a rocket. Found its way to the front and left Red Can Man behind it in its wake. All it could do was stick on and battle hard. Baby Paris running on to grab third with Mood Swings, and then a group of them behind those. But it was ACROMANTULA, $5 there, ran the third line of the market. It was too good here. He's now had 18 runs at the 1,000 for 7 wins, 6 placings. By Written Tycoon from For Your Eyes Only, owned by Alan Olive and trained by Dan and Ben Pearce. A winning treble this afternoon for Chris Parnham, 57.45. They stopped the clock, 57.45, 33.45. The 600, 1 1/4, 1 3/4 official margins. Red Can Man by Gingerbread Man out of Brocky's Ace. Second home, trained by Steve Wolf, Paul Harvey the rider. And third, the 3-year-old filly by Playing God from War in Paris, Baby Paris, Colin Webster and Pete Nucky. 4-2-9-3 here after the running of the Rock Magic Stakes. ACROMANTULA, too sharp. The last event at 5:30, the Crown Perth Handicap over the 1400, 3 Rebel Zone comes out of the lucky last. As we head down to Brittany joining us in the enclosure after this win, and Ben Pearce is down there representing the Pearce stable after the victory.
He is. Ben, congratulations. ACROMANTULA brings up his 7th career victory at 1,000 metres. How much confidence did that give you coming into today, knowing you were coming up against horses that competed in a Group 1 Winterbottom, but the fact that you had the race-fit horse at 1,000?
He really deserves it. He's been a horse that's, what's he ticking up near 400,000 now. He's done a marvellous job, so it's good for him to tick off a race like this. I mean, we were eyeing this race off 7-8 weeks ago, and originally it was an 84 plus handicap, and we were rubbing our hands together going, well, this is the race, and we've been ticking him over waiting for it. And then a few weeks ago they changed it to a set weights with penalties, and he really wasn't suited at the weights in this, but he still managed to get the job done.
We talk about his record at 1,000 metres, but when you look at his last few runs, you've been forced to go to 1,200 from a programming perspective, but he's been admirable.
Yeah, and I think he's probably learnt a bit from it as well. Leading into those runs, we changed his work at home, and we're working him with other horses, which he hadn't done for a few years, and just sitting him off of him and teaching him to get in behind runners, because we knew if he went to the 12 and ran along like he does over 1,000, he wasn't going to be able to do it. So I think education-wise, that's done a lot for him.
As a 5-year-old now, how have you viewed his progression from when he first was in the stable? Was he behind the scenes that hard-going horse that we see? You know, his speed is one of his greatest assets, but just mentioning they're changing things up and trying to get him to settle a bit more?
Yeah, for sure. And early on, we tried to settle him, and we went, well, look, we're probably taking his best asset away from him. But hence the gear with the one-eye blinker and the lugging bit, we did have a lot of trouble there, and he's been a work in progress. And yeah, as he's got on and matured, he's growing out of it.
Congratulations on the win today.
Thanks.
There is Ben Pearce, training in partnership with his brother Dan, and takes out the Rock Magic Stakes with ACROMANTULA, and Scott, clearly it was one of those long-range forecast plans, and why wouldn't it be when you have a 1,000-metre horse that you open the calendar and know you're coming up against horses that, a lot of them, first up no trials since a Gold Rush, Winterbottom type of campaign, and he's the race-fit horse that is so well suited at 1,000 metres.
And do they march on now and go to the Roma Cup at 1,100 metres? That's probably the next key question for them. They've got a high-speed horse, an in-form horse, and do they step him up again and then take on Group 3 company in that feature event on Gimcrack Stakes Day, on Perth Stakes Day? It's going to be a massive race meeting that. But 4, 2, 9 and 3, ACROMANTULA. Chris, I suppose the best way to sum that up is he's simply too quick for them.
Yeah, that's right. I just sort of rode him for speed because that's just what he's naturally good at. And, yeah, just didn't get in his way pretty much, and he did the rest.
Looks like you set a really strong tempo because you had Red Can Man sitting second chasing, and then there's probably another couple of lengths back to the third and fourth horse.
Yeah, I was going quick, but not as quick as he can go. Like, I sort of had a little bit left in the tank, and then sort of once we got past the 500, I pretty much had him full bore then, and I knew they would have been chasing a long way out. So, yeah, he was good enough through the line.
If the boys took him to an 1,100 metres of the Roma Cup, would you ride him in a similar way?
Yeah, I think so. That's just the way he races, I think, best. So, unless something wanted to go really quick, I guess he could probably sit off it. But, yeah, if there's no one else wants to lead, I'm pretty sure he's happy doing that way.
I'll catch you on the hop here, but a thought earlier on, top of the pops.
A little bit disappointing on face value, but I don't know, you could probably make a couple of excuses. He was 3-8 no cover, hot speed, 1,000 metres, and it might be a bit short for him. He's probably never faced a race with that much speed. Yeah, I'm prepared to forgive him.
Congratulations, well done.
Thanks.
There is Chris Parnham, brings up a treble with ACROMANTULA, taking out the Rock Magic Stakes. One more to come here from Ascot.